the weekend. Great news there. It means you can get out and enjoy this warm weather for November. On Monday, we have a storm moving into the region. This one's been real tough to pin down, and there's still some variance in the guidance, but it looks like there will be a chance for some shower activity, probably Monday afternoon or Monday night. And I think we're also going to have to watch the track and the amount of moisture that can come up to meet this storm, because there may be a risk of stronger storms overnight Monday night in the area as well. And speaking of storms, looks like we're looking at a stormier pattern, especially once we get to Wednesday and beyond. There could be multiple days there with rain and some thunder and the potential for some heavy rainfall too, Mike.
And no 30s in sight whatsoever. No. We like that. All right, thank you, Jamie. Well, it's time now for our annual Putting the Ozarks First food drive, and we're partnering with Hy-Vee to help fight hunger across the Ozarks. And here's how you can help out. You can find donation barrels at both Hy-Vee locations in Springfield. You can also drop in some non-perishable items on your way out the door. And there's also a scan to donate option both at the store and through this QR code on your screen right now. All of the proceeds are benefiting Ozarks Food Harvest, and every dollar donated provides 4 meals for families. The food drive will last through December 31st. And it's time now for our question of the day, and it's a tasty one here for you. What is your favorite Thanksgiving side dish? There are plenty of options right there to choose from. A lot of those in the high ranking there, green bean casserole. That's always a popular one. Go ahead and scan the QR code or go to ozarksfirst.com/vote. Let us know your favorite, and we'll have those numbers for you in just a bit. Well, 2 days remain before Missouri State football celebrates its homecoming. And right now, head coach Ryan Beard is making sure his team remains focused on the work still to be done. Here's Ozarks First Chris Pinson with tonight's Bear Nation update.
Thanks, Mike. And yes, for all the success and excitement the Bears football season has generated this fall, well, the season is far from over. And that's exactly what Coach Beard is concerned about. Because right now, at 6-3, it'd be real easy for Mo State to be complacent and take Saturday's opponent, UTEP, for granted, especially since the Miners are 2-7 this year. So earlier this week, Coach Beard really challenged his players to concentrate on the process of their success rather than the results.
Why would you ever change what's giving you success, what's breeding, big time plays, being in the championship hunt in Conference USA for our first year ever in FBS? It's what we do on a day-to-day basis.
For more updates on Bear Nation and sports news in general, tune in to Ozarks First at 9 and 10 o'clock, and I'll see you then.
All right, thanks, Chris. Been a lot of buzz this week about the idea of installing a retractable roof over Arrowhead Stadium for the Kansas City Chiefs. This was suggested by Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe during an interview with the Associated Press when they were talking about trying to keep the Chiefs here in Missouri as opposed to Kansas, with those state lawmakers trying to lure the team across state lines. He spoke with our sister station, Fox 4, on Wednesday, and he downplayed that idea, saying he thinks it's a funny comment, likely that can lead to a much larger conversation, however. Governor Kehoe says the goal is to keep the Chiefs in Missouri, of course, saying he thinks the team could create a legacy environment like Green Bay, Wisconsin.
That's what Chief fans want. They like being out in the cold. They like cheering, and they like that all-weather experience. And so I think the Chiefs ownership and that group, they really know what's best for their fans.
We'll have to see what happens with that one. The Chiefs have not yet commented on the governor's recent proposal. Still ahead, it's time to serve the Ozarks. And tonight we're looking at how 2 families join together to help serve folks that live with diabetes. Stay with us.
Hi folks, Roger here with Tri-Lakes Ford Chrysler.
Roger, look what I found.
A baseball signed by Babe Ruth?
Never heard of him.
He's the greatest baseball player of all time.
Ew, let's play catch.
No way, Tri-Lake. This baseball's super rare.
Fine, if you won't play catch with me, at least take me for a ride in that shiny new Jeep Gladiator.
All right, you have a deal.
Come see us at Tri-Lakes Ford Chrysler, where we've got more awesome finds than you can shake a stick at.
The wind rolled in and blew your shingles away. Your sealant is dripping, but it's okay. Call Absolute. Absolute. A leaky roof can be a downer. Don't trust your home to no out-of-towners. Call Absolute. Absolute. Call Absolute. Absolute. Call Absolute. Absolute.
Need a replacement part fast? Text us a photo and we'll find it in store for you. Harry Cooper Supply.
Get an 11% rebate on your bathroom update at Menards. units. Max has more than 1,000 showers, doors, bathtubs, and surrounds to add luxury and style to your bathroom. Right now, get this Max U-Tile shower kit for $21.99.99 after rebate. Upgrade your floors with new vinyl plank flooring from Tarkett. It's waterproof, durable, and easy to install. IntegraCore vinyl plank is $219 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
Happy together.
And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Red Tag. Now well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. Plus, Costco executive members can get a $12.15 members-only incentive.
All across the Ozarks, there are people making sacrifices to help our community. We're honoring these amazing people with a free breakfast, Thursdays on Ozarks First. Serving the Ozarks, sponsored by NAV Restoration.
Ozarks First and Next Star Media Group are wanting to honor women that make a difference in our community. 125 extraordinary women around the nation will be selected for their self-achievement and community impact, and they'll be honored in Nashville. That's where a woman will be named Next Star's Remarkable Woman of the Year. All finalists will be getting a $1,000 donation to the nonprofit of their choice, and the winner will be awarded a $25,000 donation to the nonprofit of her choice. Now, to nominate someone, just scan the QR code on your screen. That nomination period ends on December the 19th.
And now, Serving the Ozarks, sponsored by NAV Restoration and Roofing and by Patriot Heat and Air.
November is Diabetes Awareness Month, and it's a month that quite near and dear for two local families. For this week's Serving the Ozarks,
our young son was beginning to ask,
Angela Luna sat down with those families who came together through their diagnosis and love of golf to learn about the T1D Diabetes Foundation.
Our young son was beginning to ask, why am I the only one who has to get shots? Why am I the only one who has to miss school to go to the doctor?
When Kanan Ebrecht was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the age of 4, the Ebrecht family had to face a new reality.
Diabetes is 24/7. And so, middle of the night, alarms go off. Someone's got to get up and go give fruit snacks to get blood sugar back up. Oh, his alarm's going off because he's too high. Okay, now we got to give him some more insulin and bring him back down. It's just, a nonstop job.
Trey Watson was also diagnosed at 26. By navigating their diagnosis and realizing the need for better advocacy and support, the two families joined together to create the T1D Diabetes Foundation. Each year, they host many different events like their Friendsgiving for families and their Diabesties, where they can learn how to handle struggles with diabetes.
We have about 25 Diabesties, is like what we like to call them. And so anytime that someone comes into our community, we have a free Diabestie shirt that we give them and just make them feel included.
Their main event is their annual golf tournament, where they raise funds for their organization. T1D has support groups so families can talk and feel empowered in managing their health.
To be able to get together and talk to other people that are living with it as well, it's something that a lot of people have, but there's not a ton of community out there around it and resources for those of us that are living with it to have.
The foundation's mission turned their struggles into strengths, showing that despite a diagnosis, you can still live and enjoy a normal life.
Don't let diabetes stop you, just do what you want to do.
Reporting in Springfield, Angela Luna, Ozarks First.
Serving the Ozarks, sponsored by NAV Restoration and Roofing and by Patriot Heat and Air. The Bear Nation Update is sponsored by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks.
Before cancer, I believed the universe could heal anything, but I was down to one last option, one last hope. I became one of the first in the world to be part of a revolutionary clinical trial. Turns out that it was the miracle of science that saved me.
What they're discovering up there is boggling to the mind.
You should see what they're discovering down here.
Mr. Callahan, I believe when the temperature drops, your home should feel like a warm hug.
Definitely better than a cold surprise.
That's why we make sure your furnace is ready when you need it most.
Like most every day now?
And night. From tune-up and repairs to brand new energy-efficient systems.
We're very efficient.
With service you can trust.
And lifetime warranty.
Callahan Heating and Cooling, where your comfort is our calling. New slogan.
Work on it.
The right retirement plan isn't about chasing returns. It's about balance. At Latour Asset Management, we help you diversify between risk and safety, growth for the future, and stability for today. Your income, your liquidity, and your comfort level, all working together in one coordinated plan. Because retirement shouldn't feel like a gamble. It should feel like confidence. Latour Asset Management, where your plan fits your life.
Savings!
Discounts, the best bargains.
At Ollie's, we've got brand name merchandise at up to 70% off the fancy store prices every day.
I get to keep more money in my pocket.
Ollie! Good stuff, cheap!
Time to reveal the question of the day, and that what is your favorite Thanksgiving side dish? Jamie, that'll be here before we know it. I got a few of them on there. Stuffing, green bean casserole coming out toward the top, along with the dressing. Sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. Where's my cranberry sauce on it?
Well, that and last show, it was green bean casserole in the lead. Now it's stuffing.
Flipped around. All right, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you right back here tonight at 10. Have a great evening.
New CBS Tonight.
It just got hot in here.
Hate that I like that.
It's my accent, makes everything charming.
Let's be real.
It's a work trip. He's my producer.
Overnight. He's your ex.
It's not the kind of news a young husband likes to hear.
So what, I have your permission?
Was that okay?
No!
America's #1 comedy, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage.
I'm Mandy's husband. Oh, yeah. Oh.
All new CBS Tonight and streaming on Paramount Plus.
At Marshfield Chevrolet, we have 200 quality pre-owned vehicles on the lot. Chevy Equinox, Blazer, Silverado, Trax, and more. GMC Sierra, Acadia, Encore, and Yukons. We've got deals for everyone, with 35 plus vehicles under $22,000. Competitive financing rates available. Got a trade or just need some cash? We want to buy your vehicle, even if you don't buy from us. Marshfield Chevrolet, just a short drive east from Springfield on Highway 44. Or online at marshfieldchevrolet.com.
Playing bingo with my friends is so fun, but if I can't see the numbers, I just can't play.
At Missouri Eye Institute, we've been helping patients enjoy their quality time with our cataract services. Our team is with you throughout the entire journey, and our personal approach means no long wait for exams and surgery.
Thanks to Missouri Eye Institute, I'm playing bingo every week, and I won! Bingo!
Missouri Eye Institute. Come join us on your journey to a better life.
That's him. That's the big money builder guy.
Yes, ma'am. You two looking to build?
We just got more home for less money with 3 Stone Homes.
And we move in next week.
Next week.
At nearly half the cost per square foot of what you proposed.
I love our walk-in closet.
Our custom-built garage is my favorite.
Check, please.
Come on out to Rogersville and see why we say
3 Stone Homes, more home, less money.
KC Huddle on Ozarks First, sponsored by Wildhaven Building Company.
Howdy, folks, and welcome to another edition of Kansas City Huddle. Once again, in front of a very lively crowd to welcome Chiefs punter Matt Ariza, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? It's like you're running out of the tunnel at Arrowhead, man.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Yeah, very good. Coming off a bye week. So first of all, how'd you spend the bye week?
I went back home to San Diego, spent some time with family, some warm weather, and yeah, had a good time.
Yeah, did you practice punting or anything out in that warm weather in San Diego?
No, 1 week off. Get ready for the long stretch that's coming up.
Yeah, coming off the bye week, everybody in this building knows head coach Andy Reid's record on a bye week, 22-4, right? The man's right over there. The lookalike, it's kind of scary, isn't it? He looks just like him.
Yeah, I thought Coach Reid was here. I'm not gonna lie. I got real nervous. Yeah.
I'm sure it would make a lot of folks nervous. Patrick Mahomes 13-1 against Denver. Obviously, a huge game coming up against the Broncos because they're leading the division. So, how are you guys navigating, getting ready for the Broncos?
Yeah, I mean, huge game. Every divisional game is tough. I mean, every game in the NFL is tough. The margin of victory is so small. But Coach Reed does a great job at just keeping us even. Doesn't matter if it's Super Bowl or opening game of the year or season. We're just trying to do the best we can and put together a good week of practice.
Speaking of Coach Reed, here's what he had to say about coming off the bye week, getting ready for those Broncos.
In this league, I mean, every game's important, and so you've got to stay focused on that. And it doesn't matter what you project or what's happened before. You learn from your past and take care of what's going on today. Is there an urgency? There should be an urgency every week. That's how this league is. There's too much parity in this league not to have urgency every week.
Yeah, Coach Reed talking about urgency there coming off the bye week and the parity in this league. And you've seen that at your time in the NFL. So much parity now in this league. You can't really take anybody for granted.
Absolutely, yeah. Any given Sunday, right? Anyone can beat anyone.
Yeah, especially just like the movie, right? Let's go back to Buffalo. Obviously, the team that drafted you there. Take me back to that game. Just your thoughts on going back there once again, playing the Bills.
Yeah, second time for me going back to Buffalo. Interesting, seeing a lot of familiar faces. And it was good, and definitely being their last time in that stadium. It was good to go play there, and the weather, was pretty good, honestly, for there.
Yeah.
So grateful for that. And obviously wish we came out with the win, but it was a fun game.
See familiar faces, familiar folks there? You still have friends back there in Buffalo?
Oh, a ton, yeah. A bunch of guys on the team, coaching staff. Yeah, a lot of familiar faces.
Obviously, you mentioned it, not the way you wanted the outcome to go there in Buffalo, but after the game, the locker room was right next to the post-game room. I heard Patrick Mahomes kind of telling you guys to get it in gear, to use the PC term there. Not going to pass along what he said because I think the locker room's private, plus I don't want to get fined here. But talk to me about Patrick Mahomes being a leader before the game, during the game, and then after the game.
Yeah, I mean, we all know the caliber of player he is, so he's definitely that type of guy that we can look to, especially big games, big moments. I think he leads by example more than anything else, the precision that he does his job with, and yeah, man, he handles it all.
Yeah, certainly one of those guys, when he speaks, everybody's paying attention, right?
No doubt.
Yeah, and same with Coach Reed. You talked about earlier, him being even keel. How does that permeate through the team? Because, I mean, we rarely see Coach Reed get fired up, get too high, get too low.
My opinion is this is the National Football League. You don't need to make it bigger than it is. Each game already feels huge. There's tens of thousands of people there. All of us were fighting for our careers, fighting for our livelihoods. He does a great job of just keeping us focused, keeping us, attentive to the task at hand, and yeah, keeping us even.
Yeah, and he lets you guys let your personality shine, let it out. He always says that to us.
He does, yeah.
How does that make you feel as a player to know that that's the way he runs things?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, there's different philosophies. Like where I went to college at San Diego State, and it was very military style. Like we were all shirts tucked in, stuff like that. So it was different for me here, and I like it. Actually, I think it helps us, play more loose.
All right. Speaking of style, what's your game day drip? Do you think about that before you walk down the tunnel there, or you're just like, hey man, this is clean, I'm going?
No, I do like to wear a suit to away games. That's an old, it was an old rule. Coach Reed used to make anyone wear a suit if you want to get on the plane to an away game. That's kind of, loosened up a little bit. But the specialists and quarterbacks like to keep that going.
Yeah, business trip on the road,
yes,
at
sir.
Home, have a little fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about punting, because obviously you do it outside all the elements. And I remember you talking earlier before the season started about how you think you're a better punter this year than you were last year. How so?
I only punted 1 year in college. Then I took 2 years off before last year, right? So I didn't think I had a whole lot of momentum going into it. So I feel like my skill set has grown a lot, building on last year. My problem solving when something's not going right, when I'm making this mistake, the right solution to it, I've grown a lot there. And definitely my situational punting, I have more clubs in the bag this year, without a doubt, and I'm better at when to use them. So, yeah, I'm real happy with
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the golf thing, because Dave Tobe, your special teams coordinator, talks about you and Butker and kind of equates it to golf. And that helps me because I understand, because I play a lot of golf. So tell me about distance and accuracy, because, I mean, sometimes in golf you can't hit the driver every time. You got to hit the 3-wood.
For sure. Yeah, especially with this new kickoff rule, I think the starting field position has moved forward. And with our offense, I mean, very rarely have I punted backed up? I don't know what the most backed up I've been this year. I don't think I've been inside the 10-yard line. But we have a lot of short field punts, and so that changes things. You have to take the wind into consideration, stuff like that. Whether you have a gunner viced, a lot goes into the formula.
Yeah, and there's a lot of moving parts to punting, kind of like, again, like golf. Talk to me about kind of the science of punting, just how many moving parts there are and the angles in which you can kick the ball.
Yeah, so it's not like kicking. I kicked for most of my college career, and the ball is not moving. And once the ball is moving, punting, it's a way different game. I think that's where the problem solving is hard. I think when you're not kicking well, it's a much easier problem to solve than when you're not punting well. There's times where, I don't feel anything on film, you don't see anything, and the result wasn't as good, and it's kind of puzzling. But I think the key is to find the couple things that work for you, the couple things that are consistent, and that's been my focus this year.
All right, very good. We'll talk more about holding for Mr. Butker and the science and the lingo that you guys have. They got their own language. We'll talk more about that coming up with Chiefs punter Matt Ariza right here on Kansas City Huddle.
So Wildhaven Homes is going to be the premier builder in Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Tennessee.
So ideally at Wildhaven Homes, we're looking for families that want a legacy. We want to go past just the idea of building cookie cutter homes and be able to do something that transcends time.
Whatever you want from a barn door perspective, we can provide that.
Why Wildhaven? Because you're going to be part of our family, and that's how we're going to treat you. And we're going to be there with you every step of the way, building your perfect Wildhaven home.
Visit our website, check us out on social media, and we hope that we can be a part of your forever home.
Boy, the fish are biting today. They are. Did I ever tell you about the big one that got away? Her name was Blanche. She was a dyslexic masseuse, but she kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Hey, look, there comes Bill.
Dale, what are those guys doing now?
I don't have any idea. Bill said, what'd Bill say? Bill said we could do anything as long as it's on a Kubota tractor. That's right.
Really?
Welcome to Quarles Supply in Bolivar and Kubota of Lebanon, where we make it simple to buy a new Kubota.
Look what I caught.
John Wayne Heating and Air wants to save you thousands. Take advantage of 60 months no interest or $1,500 off a new system. Call John Wayne Heating and Air and save big before November 30th for 60 months no interest or $1,500 off a new system.
Planning for retirement, most folks don't realize they will need 70 to 80% of their pre-retirement income in retirement. 401ks, IRAs, annuities, and more to build the future they deserve. Cambridge Financial, your future secured.
Daybreak on Ozarks First. First in news, first for you.
Our Getting the Job Done moment of the week presented by KB Complete goes to Dolphins running back Devon Achane. He led the way with 225 yards from scrimmage and 2 touchdowns, and the Dolphins upset over the Bills last Sunday. Yeah, I know it's not a Chiefs player, but it's always nice to see the Bills lose, right?
The job's not done until it's KB Complete.
And welcome back into Kansas City Huddle with Chiefs punter Matt Ariza. Achane there won a lot of people their fantasy football league this week and beat the Bills. That helped you guys. You fantasy football guy?
I do. I play in one league with friends. None of us really take it too seriously. And for me personally, I just picked Chiefs players, and I forgot to make any subs this week. Needless to say, I didn't win.
I was going to say you didn't score many points because a lot of Chiefs are obviously on rosters. Well, let's talk about your kicker, whom I have on my fantasy football team, Harrison Butker.
Me too, by the way.
There you go. What's it like holding for Butker? I mean, I know you guys, there's so much more that goes into it than what we see for the 12 seconds it takes for you guys to punt.
Yeah, I mean, it's all three of us, honestly. James is a big part of it. His consistency is great. There is a language to it. There is a science to it. It's much easier year 2, kind of knowing it, going into it, the adjustments. But we do a lot to get dialed pregame and pre-practice to make any adjustments we need to. But like I said, James makes my job really easy, especially now going into year 2 with him. I have like a sense for where the laces are. It's great.
And I know you guys watch film, and you're watching frame by frame by frame, timing this thing to see how fast things are moving. Obviously, you don't want anything to get blocked. So how is it detailed for you guys when you're getting ready for those punts into the meetings?
For sure. I mean, when you compare us to other position groups, the volume of our plays are way less, so we kind of dissect the plays we do have a lot. what's helped a lot is, like you said, going frame by frame, and so we did that for holds to count the frames from when I catch it to set it down, and then obviously getting it spun as quick as possible. But yeah, we're pretty dialed.
And to Coach Tobe, what's it like being under his wing?
It's great. I mean, he's a genius schematically and personnel-wise, so it's great to have that confidence knowing that he's going to put the best group out there. Shifting gears to the punt team, they've done a phenomenal job. Our gunners have done great protection and everything. So yeah, it's definitely, we've reaped the benefits of that.
All right, fake punts. You ever go to Coach Tobe, hey, Coach, can we fake one? I can throw. Have you ever thrown a fake punt?
I can't let you know. That's tough.
No, come on. I was trying to get some. You're just like Coach Reed lookalike over there. You're not giving us anything out there. But what about kicking? Justin Reed was kind of the emergency kicker. Is that your job now?
Yeah, it is. And Gardner's actually the backup holder. He can hold both righty and lefty. He does a great job. We get that in once a week. I can't tell you when the last time I kicked a field goal is, but I'm
going to be my next question.
Yeah. If it came down to it, I'm sure I'd figure it out.
And kickers are making crazy long kicks here. I think Brandon Aubrey might make a 70-yard field goal, the kicker for the Cowboys this year. Just talk about how the ball has been going farther and farther the last couple of years.
I think specialists as a whole have evolved so much. I mean, you go back to the days where snappers were snapping with one hand, right? And now you've got guys who are controlling where the laces are, 80, 90% accuracy. You're talking about kickers hitting the ball further than ever, more accurate than ever. I mean, I remember I wasn't a huge football fan growing up, but it seemed like a 50-yard field goal was a pretty big deal back in like 2010, and now it happens every week, multiple times. Punters as well. I mean, if you go back and look at the punting stats from the year 2000, I don't think anyone averaged over 40 yards a punt.
Wow.
And now it's like if you don't net 40 yards a punt, you know, that's not really considered a great year. So as a whole, we've definitely stepped it up.
If I remember right, you had an 82-yard punt one time.
I did, yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, so I had a long one in Buffalo preseason game. My first punt ever. Technique went out the door, to be honest with you. Like
hammering the driver there.
100%. My leg swung up. Usually I land on my right leg. I swung so hard I landed on my left leg. Ran downfield. Crowd went crazy. It was a fun time. I'd say my favorite punt though was in college at Air Force. Another tough game. They were, I think, the leading rushing team in the country at that point, and obviously playing at altitude, which we are this week. And I hit a ball, I think it ended up 75 in the air and rolled a little bit more, and the returner just completely gave up on it. That was probably my favorite part. Is halfway through, he just jogged away.
That's awesome. Well, you're going to get a punt in altitude, as you just mentioned, coming up. Yeah. Another question I had, because I know you like to run down the field and tackle people. You ever asked Coach Tobe to put you on the kickoff or kick return team?
I would love that. There's no way he lets that fly.
No, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk more about punting and kicking when we come back with Chiefs punter Matt Rising. Y'all stay tuned.
Kansas City Huddle is brought to you by KB Complete, Chicken and Pickle, Zenith Rehabilitation, and DraftKings Sportsbook, coming soon to Missouri.
It happens. And when it does, don't be a hero. Call KB Complete for our $69 terrain clearing. And don't worry, we've seen it all. Your job's not done until it's KB Complete.
Yo, what's better than a great touchdown? 5 great touchdowns.
Jamal Charles was cooking. Cooking.
Man, see, those are grown man touchdowns right there.
What is that supposed to mean? Grown man touchdowns. Tell me what it means, weird beard. You look like you're about to give out the Gettysburg Address. You got a log cabin? With that stovepipe hat? What's the spread, Brian? Is it 4 scores?
New Missouri customers, bet $5 once we're live to score $300 in bonus bets. The crown is yours.
What I have covered with Country Financial is everything from the ground up.
Life insurance, home insurance, and auto insurance.
Country Financial's been great for us. 3 kids and houses and cars and a business, and it's very comforting to know that Country Financial's on our corner.
It's important to me to know that not only am I insured, I'm insured with a reputable company.
Our experience with Country has always been stress-free. They go above and beyond to help their clients. They take care of what matters most to me.
And welcome back, joined by former Chiefs wide receiver Garrick Dieter and proud girl dad like myself. Dieter, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, man, coming off the bye week, I think the boys are ready. I'm excited for this week. I think it's going to be a fun week of football against the top team in the division, against the Broncos. So this week, I really like Pat rushing. You know, Denver has a great defense in general. They're going to be locking up the receivers. Pat's going to have to make some plays with his legs. So I like Pat over 20 yards rushing. Hopefully he gets it done. He's coming off the bye. He should have some fresh legs. So feeling good about that. Xavier Worthy is a guy that I've been kind of hard on the last few weeks, just hasn't produced, and I think this might be the week that Coach Reed really tries to not force feed him the ball, but get him involved to get his confidence back going. So I like Xavier to score a touchdown, and then I like Kareem to score a touchdown. Pacheco out again. Kareem's been the guy that's kind of been reliable, especially down there in the red zone. I think he's going to get the touches, get the opportunity to score a touchdown.
All right, should be good. And it's funny you mentioned Xavier Worthy, because I wanted to ask you about him. We haven't seen a whole lot from him lately, and you would think he would be the main deep threat, but right now it looks like that may be Tyquan Thornton. I don't know what's going on with the deep threat. You can speak way better on it than I can.
Yeah, I try to watch Xavier as much as I can. I think it's these small fundamentals that really make the good receivers to the great ones, attack and leverage, doing these little things every single play that just create that extra yard or two of separation. And he's so athletically gifted that he should really have success pretty easy. But I think just fine-tuning the fundamentals and details of playing the receiver position is something that he needs to focus on, and I hope that's kind of what he's getting told as well, because he's got all the talent in the world. Obviously a first-round pick and had a really good rookie season. Hasn't produced to the level, and obviously he's not the first or second option right now, but he's a guy that I think the Chiefs will need to make this to make a run right now.
And getting on this run obviously starts with Denver. Andy Reid coming off bye, 22-4. Patrick's 13-1 against the Broncos. How do you see not only this game but kind of the rest of the season playing out if everything stays healthy, if everyone stays healthy?
Yeah, if everyone stays healthy, I think they run the table.
Really?
I think Denver's obviously a great team. They played good football so far. They've been a little bit inconsistent as well. It seems like they kind of played down to their opponent. So this week will be really interesting to see how they actually respond to a division rival with the Chiefs coming in town. Like you just mentioned, Pat's pretty successful against those guys. His first ever start in Denver. So I'm excited to see him kind of take that next step, lead these guys into making that run. Obviously, they're on the outside looking in right now. They can't really lose any games, especially these divisional games. So this is the week they need to. I mean, they really need to step it up and play good football. Otherwise, you lose this one, you basically have no room for error the rest of the way.
You gonna make a call, get them fired up?
I think they're fired up. I think the guys are fired up. You give them that bye week, everybody kind of relaxes a little bit, gets your mind right, and realize what's in front of you and what you have to do. And I don't think there's anybody better than Pat and Coach Reed to do that.
I agree with you, sir. Thank you for the picks, and remember, folks, wager responsibly.
DraftKings Sportsbook is coming soon to Missouri. New customers can bet $5 and get $300 when betting goes live. Download the app and use code KINGDOM when you sign up. The crown is yours.
All righty, back in with the Chiefs punter, Matt Araiza. Matt, let's first talk about you get to kick in Mile High. Do you have to change much with the altitude, preparation or anything?
No, yes and no. You might have to pregame. I'm going to dial in and see, all right, what yard lines can I swing however hard? That's kind of how I think about it in my mind, is I know, all right, in a dome at the plus 40 yard line, this is how hard I swing, plus 45 and onwards, and kind of a blend if I'm in between. I'll adjust that pregame, but outside of that, no.
No, not a big deal. All right, I want to go back to the playoffs, a game against the Texans where you did a safety on purpose, running out of the end zone. When the play call came in, what was going through your mind?
Well, at first I was like, are we really going to punt this? And then once I was told, I was like, okay, that makes sense. And then Coach Reed comes up to me and asks if he wanted our returner to do it instead, which I kind of get where he was thinking about that, but no, it's all right. We practice it. So the crazy thing about that was the ref comes up to me and he asks me, are you going to take a safety or are you going to punt it? And I tell him I'm going to take a safety. So I'm thinking, all right, great. He's going to be out of my way, right? Get the ball. All of a sudden, everyone's trying to come kill me. I turn around. And the ref's right in my way, so I have to make him miss first, and then I'm running through the end zone. It was definitely fun. It was one of the funnest moments I've had.
Yeah, fun interaction there. And you mentioned earlier, obviously specialists don't have as high volume as other players do when it comes to playing time. So I'm sure you have some interactions with fans, not only at Arrowhead, but opposing stadiums. Because, I mean, you hear a lot. Maybe they don't say much, but you have any stories you can pass along?
For sure. I mean, on offensive drives, I catch a million snaps from James. So when we're backed up, we're catching punt snaps, kind of trying to run through my process and direction and stuff like that. And then once we get to the positive side of the field, short snaps, getting laces dialed in and everything. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of people talking. I try to do my best to tune it out. Home or away, I mean, obviously stuff's much kinder at home games, but yeah, I just try and stay focused on the task.
You ever heard anything that just makes you laugh?
A couple times, and nothing's really coming to mind, but no, fans are hilarious. I mean, usually people in the front row are pretty intoxicated, so it's a good time.
Well, you know, Arrowhead's the loudest place in the land for a reason, right? All right, very cool. Well, you're from San Diego, and I know you have some ties to veterans in your family. Tell me about that.
Yeah, my grandfather served in Vietnam, so he actually lives in Texas, so we're looking forward to the game at Dallas. I have a bunch of family in Texas, so yeah, that'll be a good time.
Me too. Same, all around. That's very cool. And obviously from San Diego, a lot of military installments out there.
Yep.
You've been to Midway and all those places?
Yes, we had the San Diego County Football Awards at the Midway 1 year, so that was awesome to get to go on there and kind of tour it, after hours and stuff.
All right, very cool stuff. Well, obviously, thank you to all the veterans out there who have served, are serving, and will serve. When we come back, audience questions. They got a bunch ready for you, buddy. You ready?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, we'll finish up the show when we return right here on KC Huddle.
Aviary Cafe is locally owned and operated, featuring scratch-made crepes, sandwiches, entrees, and seasonal specials. Let us host your special event, from evening restaurant rentals, office box lunches, and full catering services. Let Aviary take the stress off your plate.
Are you ready to create your dream kitchen? At Southern Materials, we cater to every style and budget. Whether you desire a modern look or traditional farmhouse feel, we have your perfect match. From cabinets, countertops, and flooring to tile and plumbing fixtures, Southern Materials makes sure every aspect of your new kitchen is covered. Southern Materials, the best products for the best homes. Schedule your consultation today.
So Wild Haven Homes is going to be the premier builder in Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Tennessee.
So ideally at Wild Haven Homes, we're looking for families that want a legacy. We want to go past just the idea of building cookie cutter homes and be able to do something that transcends time.
Whatever you want from a barn door perspective, we can provide that.
Why Wild Haven? Because you're going to be part of our family, and that's how we're going to treat you. And we're going to be there with you every step of the way, building your perfect Wild Haven home.
Visit our website, check us out on social media, and we hope that we can be a part of your forever home.
Greenlight, voted Southwest Missouri favorite and your go-to for quick, convenient service. With 3 locations across the Southwest Missouri area, we're never far away. Our drive-through and express windows make it easy to get in, get out, and get on with your day. Our award-winning service is powered by a team of experts dedicated to making your experience seamless and enjoyable. It's no wonder we've been voted the best. Convenient locations, fast service, knowledgeable staff. That's the Greenlight difference. Visit us today.
Aviary Cafe is locally owned and operated, featuring scratch-made crepes, sandwiches, entrees, and seasonal specials. Let us host your special event, from evening restaurant rentals, office box lunches, and full catering services. Let Aviary take the stress off your plate.
Welcome back to Kansas City Huddle. Audience question time for Mr. Matt Reiser. Tyler wants to know, since you said earlier you didn't grow up a football fan, so how'd you get into punting?
I was a soccer player, and I was really good, but I hated to run. And anyone that knows soccer knows you run a lot. And so I remember one time my dad was frustrated with me, and he goes, what do you want? Do you want them to just sub you in for free kicks or then sub you out? I remember thinking, like, that doesn't sound half bad.
Sounds pretty good.
And then I ended up finding football and kicking and punting. So it worked out.
That's fantastic. All right, Rebecca wants to know, what was your first thought when you joined the Chiefs?
Yeah, man, it was really emotional. I mean, I wasn't sure it was going to work out, and when it did, I just kind of couldn't believe it. I mean, the recent history that we have, like being a championship caliber team and winning titles, and the greatness that we have on the team, just getting to be a small part of that, I was ecstatic about that.
All right, Derek wants to know, what is your favorite thing about the city of Kansas City?
My favorite thing, without a doubt, is the fans, the people are really high quality. I mean, coming from San Diego, there's so much else to do that the sports fans are not as into it, you know, than when I come here. I remember the first drive last year against the Ravens. I remember getting a headache at how loud it was, and that was my first kind of blown away moment at how crazy the fans are here.
Yeah, Arrowhead is certainly a special place. All right, what's your best score in golf? Brock wants to know.
My best score is a 79. So
Okay.
I was very proud to break 80.
And that's on 18
one and only
holes, right?
time. Yes, yes.
I'm just kidding, because that's what my friends would ask me
yeah.
as well. All right, very good. All right, last one real quick. If you could punt anything other than a football, what would it be?
That's a good question.
The haters?
Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with the haters.
We'll go with the haters. All right, thank you for joining us, Matt and Riza. And thanks, everybody, for being here tonight on another edition of Kansas City Huddle. Good luck the rest of the season. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next time.
Kansas City Huddle is brought to you by KB Complete, Chicken and Pickle, Zenith Rehabilitation, and DraftKings Sportsbook, coming soon to Missouri.
Supporting your team will never feel the same. Introducing Action Heat's officially licensed NFL heated gear. With built-in heating elements that warm to 150 degrees, Action Heat is revolutionizing game day. With everything from heated jackets and vests to scarves and hand warmers, simply plug in, turn on, and feel the heat. You don't need fair weather to be a fan. Tackle cold weather with battery-heated apparel. Visit actionheat.com today.
Yo, what's better than a great touchdown? 5 great touchdowns.
Jamal Charles was cooking.
Man, see, those are grown man touchdowns right there.
What is that supposed to mean? Grown man touchdowns. Tell me what it means, weird beard. You look like you're about to give out the Gettysburg Address. You got a log cabin? With that stovepipe hat? What's the spread, Brian? Is it 4 scores?
New Missouri customers, bet $5 once we're live to score 300 in bonus bets. The crown is yours.
CBS Thursday is meant to be, with new episodes of Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, Ghosts, Matlock, and Elsbeth.
CBS Thursday starts now.
Previously on Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage.
You're working for a guy you used to sleep with.
Yeah, used to. Before I met you, before we got married, before we had a